Oh, look at that. It's coming straight into a synchronization. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy weekend. Welcome along to our brand new server, Schwesing Bahnhof, which is a multiplayer server that has 10 farms on it already. It seemed to be incredibly popular. First proper multi-farm server we've done for FS25, of course. We did have New Frontier, which was pretty cool, and pretty much got farmed out, and this has gone on to replace that. We've had our Vintage Oaks server running on FS22, and I think they're up to year 5 on that one at the moment, which is pretty impressive. But we've come on, and we're just going to be a bit of a farmhand. We've got ourselves a Skoda Kodiaq, because well, everyone knows that's what I've got sitting in the garage, so what better things to drive around. Even got a personalised plate on the back there. XEO1. So yeah, we'll take a quick look at the map and we'll go for a little bit of a drive down. I think we're going to start out doing, I've got a list of things to do, doing some spraying for Bendercat, or Rinderstiefel is the name of their farm, down the bottom of the map. But let's just take a look in here. But hello, good morning everyone. Welcome along. Nice to have you all here. You can already see all of these farms down here. So we've got basically the council, which is provides equipment that people can lease. We've got Homestead Farm, Mark's Farm, Rinderstiefel. So down here we're going to head down to this field 214 and do some spraying. It's not going to take too long, a few weeds to deal with in there. Movement Farm, we've got AGM, Legendary, Tutate or Tutot, Medu Farm, and Damagard. Now Damagard have a field in here, 102, which isn't too far away from where we are, which got some parsnips to harvest, but we're in here. This is the main store, and yeah, I think this is the first time I logged into the map very briefly last night just to make sure I had everything done, but I haven't actually done anything. I haven't been on it other than flying around just to familiarize myself a touch and get some shaders loaded. I think if we go right out of the store, turn left down that one, turn right down this one, and then turn right again, that should get us down there. So heading for 214 as the target, so hopefully we can make it down there. Right. Just put some things out here on the other screen. Now, can you tell me, YouTube's giving me errors and warnings, but everything looks happy-dory on this side. So hopefully things are working out properly. Hopefully you can all hear me, and it looks okay. Don't know why YouTube would be saying it's not getting enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Yeah, oh well, it is what it is. Right, let's jump in here. Let's go for a drive. Now, I took the risk, but I loaded everything in beforehand, so I had a chance to log off just in case we needed to. I am, however, going to bring up the mini-map because I think that's going to be the only chance I have of knowing exactly where I am and exactly where I need to go. First things first, figure out how to get out of this place. We go around the end of the building here. Seems to be the way. So if we go to that angle, that'll be orientated the same way as the main map, and I'll be a little bit more clued up on where we need to be. Now we are not in New Zealand anymore, Toto, so get ourselves in a straight line, 136 milliseconds ping. So we'll just take it carefully. So left down this one. What's this? Rantrim. Bit more of a country lane here off the main road. And we'll get on down this way. G'day Bosun, welcome along mate. One of our farmers here, Ben as well, one of the farmers on the map. Welcome along mate. Edsy, morning to you. Good to have you here. Hello Hanson. Also one of our farmers on the map and one of our admin team. G'day Chad, welcome along mate, welcome. I'm doing alright, thank you. And Klaus, hello, good to have you here. Nice to see you in Kiwi Sim Farmers chat last night. You have to tell me a little bit more about his challenge he's got. Get to 150 subs by the end of the month, and he has to harvest one of the big 4 fields with a very small tractor. Is that the story? Pretty cool map. I was quite impressed with this one. I know FSG's been playing on it. It's been one of the ones he's been doing his German mega farm on and streaming on, and yeah, I've quite liked the look of it. But actually, to get in here and sort of drive around it gives you a whole new perspective. One of the unused farmyards in there, number 14. No one seemed to want that one. Alright. It's a nice looking map. I like how it looks. G'day John, good morning to you, welcome along. Bender, how you doing mate? Thanks for your team membership. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for carrying on your membership as part of the team, Bender, much appreciated. Alright, carrying down this way, another farmyard in here, number 15. You can see them on the map. I quite like how they're all numbered. It's got in your face, it's quite discreet, but looks like maybe that's a bit of an equestrian farm, maybe? Not too much going on in that one. Now we've set a couple of rules as kind of we've gone and started. I'm a staunch advocate, particularly when you get a map like this, for having it played the way, generally, the way the map maker wanted it played. And here we go, here's Bender's farm. Few sheds in there, silo, bit of equipment. I don't know what we started off with. I'm curious as to why there's a truck parked on his roof. I'm really not sure why there is a truck parked up on there, but we'll worry about that later. It's for sale. Ah, right. The truck's for sale. The truck is for sale, so anyone wants it, they need to get it off the roof. Alright, getting down this way. Here's our field. That's one way to market your truck, right? It's an attention grabbing, attention seeking. But here we go. This is the field we're going to be spraying in here on the left somewhere. Hopefully some ditches here to deal with. I'm going to do an argsy and park in the ditches. Park in this driveway next door. And we're out of the way. Come on. Here we go. Right. There. So let's go and have a look in this one. We've got to spray. What are we running? What have we been given here? Deutz 6 Series 6135C. Nice little tractor. And looks like we've got a field of soybeans in here. Just need a few weeds taken care of. Hopefully that boom's not too wide on that sprayer because there's not much space in there. Let's jump in and we'll make a start. Hopefully I'm on the council farm. Hopefully we've got contracting privileges. Or do I have to join his farm? Maybe I have to join his farm. That's right. I'm logged in as admin, so I don't have to have any issues doing that. That's right. I'm logged in as admin, so I'll just change farms. There we go. Sorted. Right, let's go. Get started. How you doing, Amon? Good to see you. Marcus, welcome along. Is Den, good to have you here, mate. Continuing your membership as well. Did we damaged them? It must have already been there. Right, let's have a look and see how wide this sprayer is. This boom out. Hopefully it's not too wide. It's not going to take us long to get this done. At the very least. Oh, there goes your streak. Oh no, bear. We all know what it was though. It should keep track of still how many months you've been a member for. Right, perfect width. Let's look at that, and if we just go on a bit of an angle there. Now can we get some steering assist on this one? Because I've backed out of the field too far. All right. Alright, we'll just start for a sec, get into the field. Now I'm intrigued actually because of the shape of this field, what a steering assist is going to tell us. It's not actually going to detect the field. Okay, oh well, we're just going to have to freehand this one. Oops. Without dropping it down, here we go. Zoom our way out. There you go, you wouldn't want any wider sprayer than what we've got. Perfect for our job. You reached 155 subs in the challenges. Kiwi has to play our field on 4 field mat with vintage gear. Ooh, you guys are brutal. You're brutal to him, but I'm pleased to hear he got to that 155 subs. That was a good stream for him last night. Hey, Elder Zorn, good morning, mate. Welcome along. Dr. Fish, hello, good morning to you as well. Scooter's Workbench is in here. Nice to have you in the stream. Of course, we had daylight savings kick over last night New Zealand time, so we've fallen back an hour, which is why the stream's a little bit different to what it has been. Alright. Here we go. It's working out alright. I should press the right button. I can raise it up. It's just a bit slow. Maybe it was right up. Right, there we go. Get up out of the crop a little bit more. Perfect. So our field expands out in here quite a lot. Get this bit done. It actually sort of stretches out into the back. A bit more we're going to have to do. It's worked out alright to get the single pass down there and cover all of that off. Beautiful. Weeds are good because you can see where they've died, to be able to make sure you're not overspraying or underspraying or anything like that. Okay. Get pretty much lined up on the edge. Ace. Sorted. Hey Mrs. Prof, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. And so what I was going to say is a couple of the rules around the farm and farmyards is not to merge more than 2 fields into one. So what we mean by that is, for example, this field here, if just have a quick look at the map. So we're running down here. If the farmers were to buy 17 and 18, they can only merge 17 to 14, or 214 and 217, or 218 and 214. You couldn't merge all 3 of those. So the idea is that you can't just go and buy a big swath of land like this in here and make one mega field. Just to keep it a little bit more unique, I suppose. And the other rule is around the farmyards is to largely keep them as they were. I don't mind additional sheds being built or superfluous items. So if there's no intention of ever making silage and you have a farmyard that had a silage bunker on it, selling that's okay. But what I wanted to avoid is, people just getting a farmyard and then selling everything off on it and suddenly having $1 million extra because of the income they've made off selling things. So just trying to create a little bit of a level playing field for everyone. Alright, is there a bit of a ditch here? No, we're right. There's a bit of a ramp up out of the field though. Okay. Kids don't believe in daylight savings. No, the dog didn't this morning either. Elder, so kids are alright. Well, one of them is, because he's only just got up and he's normally an early riser. So, and the other one's not here. He's at a mate's place. Right. So it'd be good to try and create a bit of an economy in here too. I know some of the farmers have been already selling and trading items, product, materials, which is cool. We've also got the council farm set up with a whole lot of equipment that's leasable or hireable. So there's some set rates defined for that in Discord. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, she's calmed down now, Mrs. Prof. I'm just trying to get her used to people interactions a little bit more. Just carrying on that socialization. She's still a bit apprehensive around new people, particularly adults. Kids not too bad. I took her to my boy's school on Friday afternoon, and I was picking him up, and she was pretty okay with all the kids around. But then when someone came and picked up our youngest yesterday, she was a little bit nervous. She's doing good. Doing good. There we go. Intrigued with these whole big banks that are around here. Oh, here she comes. Mrs. Ugsy's got to hit. Stella, come. Stella. Oh, just about dropped you. Just about dropped you. She's getting very big, aren't you? Hey, getting very big. Oh, Say hello to everyone. Up here. Look, up here.
I just looked for the camera.
Yeah. Oh. Ah. Just a finger biter. There you go. Oh, Mum's gone. He's gone. Can't see Mum anymore. Where did she go? She's also, as you might have just heard, starting to find her voice a little bit. What happened to me? Oh, backed into the field. Right. I was where I was meant to be. G'day, Mojo. How you doing, mate? So this is Mojo's part of this farm, and Bender running this one, so helping them out first. Down to the end, I'm not going to need a full width on the way back past, so we'll get that sorted out, folded up. Hey Cher, how you doing? Nice to see you this morning. Hope you're having a good day. Cheers. Yeah. Teach Stella how to drive a tractor. She's keen. She wants to get on the keyboard and things like that. Yeah, she's definitely part of the family now. All right. Not long in from work. I hope you had a good day at work. Excuse me. It's tough working for Bendy. You need all the help you can get. Fair enough, Mojo. That's alright, Bosun. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. But yes, she. Alright. Now, if we go into here, change what the controls are. 12? 12 or 7? We might go to 12. We could probably be 7 going through here, but 12 is going to be about right for the rest of it. There we go. One of the other things we've done on the server is it's running at 2 times, but a number of days per month. So we're already up to day 6 of October. I'm not sure how many days it's running on, but someone will tell me in a second. But yeah, 2 times, which is kind of nice. Ah, 6 days a month, so we're on the last day of October. Alright. Basically that means every 3 days is a month in game, in real life, with the 2 times speed. Rosie Cat woke up. Excited to have you home, Cher. Right, there we go. First job done, so we're just going to bump that back up. Oops. It's left there, and we can fold that up. We might as well take this back up to the farm and leave it up there, and we'll come back and grab our car and we can go for a drive and find the parsnips. Might even go for a drive and see what everyone else is doing. Sounds like they're all working on a contract together. She wants to play. Definitely excited to have you home. No, safety first. Beacon's on. We could have gone in either direction. Here we go. Pull this one in here and we'll just leave it parked up over here. We'll let Bender sort that one out. Figure out where he wants it put. Right, there you go. Anyone interested in a logging truck? The old international up there. It's for sale. Give Bender an offer. Right. Let's head on back down the road and go grab our pickup, our car, and go and find some parsnips. How you done, Bo? Good, mate? 46 watching already. Welcome along, everyone. Pleasure to have you here. Hope you're all having a good weekend. If you're only just joining in, we're playing on Schwesing Bahnhof, which is a multiplayer, multi-farm server we have set up on the community. Got 10 different farms set up and running. We're just going to jump back in here. I'm going to have to... Oh, don't. We're not going to. But we might have to change our farm. Right, before we go any further, let's figure out where we're going to head. Find out where everyone is. So, our job is over here on 102. We're going to go up there. Looks like that's where everyone else is working, up there on 5. So, how do we get to 102 from where we are? We've got a road that goes that way. We're back the way we came, did we? There's a road there. Goes straight up. Okay, turn left at 186. Yeah, we'll get our way out of here. There we go. Got to go to work again this morning, but all good. As in, drive from the Naki to work, or for tomorrow, or you're actually going into work. Weekend work. We've got, I think I said we had 10 farms on this, which is cool. So good to have so many people. But as they're starting to grow, as the farms are growing, it'd be great to get more helpers. So if anyone's interested in coming in here, we've got a channel set up in Discord where you can put your name down to be a farmhand. Oh, I don't mind, Chris. Depends where you're carting it to. Oh. Down the right side, there was something on the side of the road there. Like someone had dropped a few rocks off the back of a trailer. Isn't it funny, a 4x maps just feels so much bigger. It's still going. I'm gonna get to 186. There we go, we're on a straight. Let's open her up. Get that 2 litre twin turbo diesel burn. Right, this is our corner 186. And then we're down a country lane. There we go. I don't actually know. I have to try and figure it out from FSG's stream what part of the world he's farming on his streams. I'm not sure exactly where he's based. Big wind turbines scattered around the countryside, particularly down this bottom end of the map. Get 5 days off. Share, that'd be nice. This is our kids' last week at school. Ollie will be able to confirm that. Hey, morning, mate. How you doing? Chicken, nothing coming. Must have traffic turned off. I'm assuming there is traffic on the map. Excuse me. How are you this morning, Ollie? You good? Alright, here we are. I think this is us up here on the left. There we go, you can see Chris. There we go. Build entrance in here. Parking under the trees. Look at a spot as any. Excellent. There you go, right. I'll join Chris's farm, which, if I recall correctly, was. Oops. That one there, Demigod. Jump in there. I might as well jump in the harvester if you don't mind. I'm not sure where we're hauling to, so we'll go and make a start up in here. Here we go. Still struggling with my muscle memory on some buttons. Now, can we get some steering assist on this? Hopefully that's going to work. Here we go. Joys of this harvester, it has some capacity in it, so we're not having to unload all the time, which is good. Not too big a field, is it? That's the good thing about this map too, the fields aren't massive, but they're a decent size. Still a decent sized field. Yeah, I saw you teach her only day on Friday, and yeah, road race Tuesday, teacher only day Friday, so what, you got 3 days of school pretty much this week, haven't you? Here we go. Gotta feel, I don't know, do you feel sorry for Yuki Tsunoda, or do you recognize his overconfidence in taking on that seat with Red Bull? Liam will, obviously New Zealand media has jumped all over the fact that Liam's out-qualified him. Liam probably didn't do as much as he could have when you look at where Hedge got into the top 10. But regardless, it's still pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see him being a little bit more competitive. Right now I'm just going to turn lines on here because I need to know exactly where I'm going. There we go. Which way are we going to harvest this, Chris? Oh, I'm confused. You got 3 more headland passes, so we'll go around 3 more, couple more times on the headlands. There we go. Actually, that field gets a bit bigger when you see it around there. A bit bigger than you expect. Oh, you're bringing your station out. You're going actually to work. Done. Nice. You only work 2 days. There we go. It's 5 days off every week then. Nice one. Hey, John, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Sunday church. How's things down in the Clutha? Starting to cool off a little bit, is it? Or cold at nights and hot in the mornings? Cold at nights, hot during the days still. I couldn't believe how warm it's been here over the last couple of days. Been a bit damp, not as wet as we thought it might be, or as the forecasters thought it might be, which is probably a good thing. But yeah, definitely been a bit on the damp side, which is good. Things are starting to green up a little bit. Hey Craig, how you doing? Morning, mate. Liam needs more seats. Oh, 100%. He's still, yeah, in terms of his number of Grand Prix, he's still not far above others. In terms of rookies, you know, he hasn't done that much more than some of them. And he's been in and out of the team and not had the chance to consistently work with someone much more than some of the rookies have already, so hopefully it's a good chance for him to reset, have a good season this season with the Racing Bulls now. Just focus on driving fast. Yeah, it sounds like a bit of rain down Tasman way. I haven't seen too much about it though. Don't want to alarm you, it seems to be a weed or two in that field. Just a couple or three. May have been inherited that way when they bought it, I'm not sure. Not my field, so we're just here to help. We don't judge farmers for what they've done. We're just here to do the job in front of us. Oh, nice. Is that the one, I saw, because Hayden Patton's based down your way, right? I saw he had his WRC car out. Was it this week he's got it out for doing an exhibition in one of the rallies? Is it part of the Otago Rally? Because the Otago Rally is the old school rally, right? Where they have a lot of escorts and, 70s and 80s rally cars in it. Is that what I'm thinking about? 5 minutes from your doorstep though, that's nice. Shows the skill of the man, right, Craig? Like, that was absolutely impressive, like incredible. It just came from nowhere. Even the commentators weren't looking at it, and then he just went to the top. Fine margins though, right? Hundredths of a second between the top three. And that's what I'm, like, seriously enjoying about Formula 1 so far this year, is everything is close and competitive. He's all out. Okay. Lots of Escorts RX-7 old stuff. He was in it last year. Yeah, so he's racing an Escort in the actual rally, but I saw something about him having the WRC car, the one he won in Argentina with the Hyundai, doing a run through one of the stages. Maybe it's not this rally, I'm not sure. This is the one like the likes of Jari Vartinen and gosh, some of the McRae's and that have been to before, isn't it? Mika, Häkkinen, who was the one that raced the Finn raced rallying? I can picture his Mitsubishi, his Evo. And they weren't allowed to have the cigarette sponsorship on it, so they put the drivers' names on it. More interesting to watch than V8 Supercars. Qualifying definitely is. I don't know whether the races are quite at that stage, particularly somewhere like Suzuka. Like, I love Suzuka as a circuit. I just think it's fantastic. I enjoy playing it on the sim and things like that. It's been on Gran Turismo and elsewhere for a long time. It's just one of those. They were describing it as an old school circuit, which you don't really think of it as an old school circuit, but it has no runoffs anywhere. It's all grass and gravel traps. Tommi Mäkinen, that's the one. Mäkinen, not Mika Häkkinen. Tommi Mäkinen. Thank you, gentlemen. A big fan of his, were you? I've still got some old, like, I built rally car models back when I was a young kid. It's one of the things I used to do. I think I've got an Evo somewhere still in a box. I really need to stop talking about getting this games room built and actually build it so I can put some shelves up and have these things out. Don't need that help menu up there anymore. Alright, what do we got? 2 more headland passes, 1 more after this one. This must be close to full. What's he? 73%. Richard Burns. Mrs. Argsy loved Richard Burns. When we were up at Whangarei at WRC, she had to get a photo with Richard Burns. I was always a Peter Solberg fan. Evening Touch Modelling, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. Used to build the small field RC cars. Very cool. I thought I was cool with the 1 year Peter Solberg won the rally here in New Zealand. I had a remote controlled Subaru and I put it up on the dashboard because when we were at one of the stages, because he was winning, and thought, yeah, look at that, we've got this. I came back and it had melted. It was just this thin, cheap plastic. And just sitting in the windscreen in the sun was enough for it to just deform. He still is Mega Ben. That's the thing. He's one of those guys that's sort of carried on. Sebastian Loeb, who's another. Yeah, there we go. Bo's mentioned him too. He was Marcus Grönholm as well, Bo. Kind of they followed one another in terms of Grönholm was sort of the goat for a while, and then Loeb came along. Goodness, can't clear that. Yeah, some pretty talented drivers. Actually, a couple of years, I think I've talked about it before. A couple of years we went to the rally, we actually had media accreditation for it. Through some filming and videoing we did for a TV show here around drifting, and they were sponsored by Ford, so through their connection with Ford they got us media access into the stages, which was pretty cool. Firstly, because we got to go to cool places to watch from, got all the awesome access. Secondly, now I'm going to open the field up. We're just going to go straight down the middle. And crash this open. Yeah, we just get awesome access for car parks, and we also got to stand places that general spectators didn't get to. When they had the super special stage in Manukau, which was, 2 cars racing, we got to go and basically stand about as close to the water splash as you could, and the Hella Bridge, which was one of the more famous spots on the New Zealand Rally, where they Marcus Grönholm rolled 1 year, and right in front of us. There's some photos of me in the Rally magazine of that year pushing him back over, helping push him back over. It's very cool. Yeah. Loeb was, he was mega, just incredibly amazing on the tarmac, but he transferred that skill onto gravel too. He was untouchable on tarmac races, tarmac rallies. Walter Roll. Only just made it through there. I thought we were well and truly safe on our capacity, but only just smashed it through there. So it sounds like these guys are doing a veggie harvest of some sort up here too. The contract. Are they working? Right, parsnips up here too. So if we get through this one, we might even go up and give them a hand. Help them out up there. Go. Edsy! 5 gifted memberships for the team. Thank you, mate. Very generous of you. Darren. YNWA, you'll never walk alone, a Liverpool fan. Agricultural Rio Grandense, Nasty 79, and Hiko Topfa picking up a gifted membership courtesy of Edsy. Thanks, mate. Very much appreciated. Are you going to take her? What's that?
I'm okay for the.
No, just going to put a proper harness on. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Bigger than she was when you last time you did it.
No.
Yeah. Same one, alright? Same one, okay. Thanks again, Edsy. That's awesome, mate. Very generous. Alright. Mrs. Uggs has got the front carrier on to take Stella for a walk. Just going out for a walk with one of her friends she goes for a walk with on the weekends. There we go. I'm trying to figure out, not sure where Chris has taken these parsnips to. This looks like there's a pile over there, but sure. Here he comes. Back just in time. It was how you found my content. Gifted membership and never left. There you go. For those of you who are potentially new to the channel who've just received a gifted membership, you're now indebted for life. You may never leave. It's pretty cool. It's a cool community. Very cool community. We talked about it lots. Now, Barkman, you asked a question before, and I did read it, and I forgot to answer it. How am I finding 25 now compared to when it got released? I'm starting to definitely get more enjoyment back for it. It's definitely becoming a whole lot better. Tate, 10 gifted memberships. Oh, good lord! Thank you, mate. That's awesome. Mark, War Doggy, Demon Lord. Excuse me, 2K. Now, actually, I need to turn my alert boxes turned on. Well, it's not popping up. I've had all sorts of issues with this alert box recently. I don't know why. I blame Streamlabs. At least it's popping up there and saying who the gifters are, but that's awesome. Demon Lord, excuse me, Lancer, Sausage, Dex Pilot, Smitty, Texas Yankee, and Nilflix. There we go. You're stuck with us now. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated, too. But yeah, getting back to 25, it certainly feels much better now than it did on launch. Still not getting the settings quite right. still not. I haven't really played around with my graphics settings much recently, but I do need to try and just fine tune them a little bit. It doesn't feel. Then you get moments like I was recording Calmston Farms last night. And we were starting harvest on that, which is exciting, and had a lot of fun doing that. But there was a moment where I had a shot, and one of the tractors was just backed into the shed, dumping some grain into the silo, and just the detail in the model I was just like one of those wow moments. There's just so many wow moments now. But at the same time, I said the other day, I started 19 up again just because I wanted to go back and have a look at Shamrock Valley, and it was a map that's close to my heart because it was one of the first ones I ever played on, and I completely, I was quite impressed with how 7-year-old game still holds up compared to something that's out now. There was a really good image I saw. It's a really cool image I saw of like a comparison between a 1980s and a 1990s game, and how much it had changed in terms of the graphics. We went from 8-bit to 64-bit, and that was a huge step up in terms of quality. But now the quality is just incremental. It just doesn't change anywhere near as much as it used to. And I think that's what spoiled us a little bit. Morning farming, how you doing, mate? Welcome along. 43 watches, 33 likes. There you go. If you're one of those few people that haven't hit the thumbs up button already, do make sure you do. You can find it on whatever device you're on, whether you're on PC, mobile, tablet. There's the thumbs up button hiding there. Community is amazing. Yeah. And that's what I love about these multiplayer servers, because there's never any bad blood. If something happens, people just raise it and talk it out, and everyone's like, oh yeah, it's fair enough. And, didn't mean to do that. We've been very fortunate with that, because you do hear about some multiplayer servers where that just becomes toxic and people don't enjoy it, or people go in and just do stupid things, drive tractors through crops and write obscene messages in them. And I'm just blessed that we have a more, say, mature community. Definitely, I think, a reflection of my age as much as anything else, and the way we play the game is kind of in that chilled, relaxed. No way, that's not Bender. That is not a challenge. I'm not setting anyone a challenge. Oh yeah, it is. It's family. 100% a family share. It's very cool. Boys in Discord are taking my comments as a challenge. How to toxify our servers. Yeah, good fun. I think we've got, well, Marcus has just left, but 7 or 8 on the server at the moment. There's pretty much always been, this server's had someone on it pretty much 24/7 for the last week and a half since it was created, so it's very cool. Love it. Boom. Now that we've got that open enough, we can start turning this way, which will make the strip on this side a bit narrower. And then we can go around the outside of that one. Easy. Sorted. Is it an early morning malt in that coffee cup? No. No, it's 100% coffee, Dr. Fish. I don't think I'd survive without having some caffeine in me. No. The good thing about it, Share, is the community's across so many different channels and locations and places and things like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now, while I remember it, I don't know if anyone has seen Hox 32, who made Southern Cross Station and Aussie Farms. He has a map that has gone out to testing with his Patreon, but it's also in my inbox. It's actually in my mod folder already. So I will be taking a look at that over the coming days and putting a video together of what is going to be the first Aussie-based map for Farming Simulator 25, which is pretty cool. It's a bit different from Hox's other maps. I'd describe it as quite green, probably the best way to describe it, but it's a fantasy map. It's not based on a real location or anything like that, so yeah, I'm quite excited to have a look around that and bring a video showing you all what he's been working on. He's used it as a way to learn and understand the changes to map making for FS25, but still has a lot of that Aussie feel that Hox is great at creating, so very excited to see that. There you go, farming satisfied now. You've got to 40 likes. Stumbled across me with the Logging League and was hooked from there. Nice. Need to have a chat to FSG about doing something with the Logging League again. Now we've got Silver Ohm Forest and a few other mod maps. Logging League was fun. Always a good couple of hours calling those. Maybe we should get that up and running before FSL starts. Don't even know what the plans are for Farming Simulator League this season. Who knows? I do want to drive in cab for a bit, but I'm nervous to do it on this one because I don't want the frame rate issue I've had previously. So we're just going to stay outside, stay in third person. Safer. Much safer. Let's have a quick look here. So there we go, we're working through this one. I was just intrigued to have a look at what Chris has got. He's got a couple of fields there that need some work done in them. They don't have anything in them. Don't look like it. Not even plowed. Few things to do. Alright, 2 more passes on the other side there. Around in front of Chris. Thought he wasn't going to let us go in front of him there for a second. He's off with another load. Or was it 84% full? Yeah, 31,000 litres. Snips everywhere. Ah, there he is, Kiwi Sim Farmer. Morning, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. And Klaus, if he's still floating around. Klaus said you got over 150 subs after last night's stream. Congrats, mate. That's awesome. You'll be working a big field on 4 fields farm with some old vintage equipment by the sound of things. I like the idea that you had a big bud considered vintage. I thought that was a very clever tactic. Yeah, it was your first experience, wasn't it, farming FS19 and WA16X? Been thinking about how a new Western Australia or an Australia 16x map would look. Because I still struggle to find a Aussie map that comes close to the 16x for in terms of gameplay and style and things. It was just such a good map. Man, I love how quick the syncs are in FS25. They were pretty good in 22 as well. Give it credit there. Remember 19, if anyone played multiplayer on 19, you could sit here for, on a big map with lots going on, you could sit here for 5 minutes waiting for things to sync up. This one's just, boom, done. Jeremy, what mod is that that's showing the info about how full the other player's bin is? That is Simple Inspector, which was released on Mod Hub a couple of weeks ago. Pretty sure that's what it's called. But yeah, it's real handy on multiplayer servers, even on single player games, because if you're running lots of course play and auto drive, you can keep a watchful eye on what's happening with equipment without actually going and seeing it. To the point, if you had a vehicle stuck which was meant to be going somewhere, it would show no speed on it, so you'd be able to look at it and go, well, hang on, that's meant to be on auto drive. You can even configure what it shows under the settings, so you can show whether it shows auto drive courses. You can turn it off so it doesn't show diesel or the field you're in. It's really handy visual reference. The only thing you can't do at the moment, and it does just sit above the map, so I can hide it completely. But by having the map up, it shows. The only thing you can't do with it yet is relocate the tab on the screen anywhere else. In 22, you used to be able to move it around on the map, on the screen, so you could have it top left, top right, those kind of things. But I hadn't actually thought about the fact I can bring the map up like that and move it around, so it's easy to see, so it's not behind my G Portal logo. All good. You never walk alone. Liverpool fan. Appreciate you being here, mate. And congrats on picking up a gifted membership there, courtesy of Edsy. That's 50 viewers. Nice one, everyone. Welcome along. If you're just joining, pleasure to have you here. This is Schwesing Bahnhof. I'm sure I've butchered that, but it's pretty close. Which we've set up as a multiplayer server. And I use the term we as a royal we because it was actually Chinook, Hansen and Tate have done most of the hard work on getting this up and running and established, and obviously it takes a good team to do all the work, but also to all the farmers. We've got 10 farms established on this, all running kind of independently, much as we're doing at the moment, working on Chris's farm here, which is called Demigard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Five more subs for practice. Certainly Liverpool's to lose, isn't it, Bo? How many times have we said that for different teams in the last couple of seasons, though? And it's Arsenal. It was Arsenal's to lose last year at one stage, wasn't it? They managed to. Chewing through these parsnips. It's a good setup running this. Get a couple of these working. Pretty impressive machines. There's a Canterbury Kiwi who I follow on YouTube who does a lot of agricultural videos of equipment working, focused obviously around the Canterbury region. You don't actually, because of where we are, we're in this, we've got a big farming community around here, but the type of farming is really focused on dairy, and we don't have huge arable fields quite like Canterbury does. But start watching some of his videos, and there's some pretty big equipment down there. Some X9 combines, some big vegetable harvesters like this, and a wide variety of stuff, which is kind of cool. Like I saw a video he did this week of them harvesting clover seed, which I thought was kind of cool. Something a bit different. Now let's just try, because we're going to have to square this field off. I'm just going to guess we've got a little wedge down in here to do. So I can probably take that off when Chris is off running around somewhere else. Let's just square this off for now. Canterbury Kiwi, I think it is. Oh, it's one I've shared in my community posts a couple of times. He's going to go and empty off now, so maybe we'll just quickly try and tidy this up. Small wager on Liverpool with a former colleague that Liverpool will win something this year. Oh, has he? No, I haven't seen that. Hanson's just saying Briscoe's, Farms and Briscoe's put a new video out of his Saxling thought map he's working on. Pretty cool channel, Bo. I found it through shorts. He's doing a whole lot of shorts, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like all sorts of different things being harvested. Lots of seed. Were they harvesting a sort of seed they were harvesting the other day? I can't remember what it was now. Wager was made at the beginning of the season. Smart. I don't know when Chinook got here. That's the first time I've seen Chinook. How you done, buddy? Morning, mate. Just cheekily dropping a link in there. Canterbury Kiwi, that's the one we're talking about. Been lurking, Chinook. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. So daylight savings, like I said here, ended in New Zealand, hence the slightly different time of stream. You're in the wind. Okay. It's floating around. Like a candle in the wind, or like a bad fart which lingers? What sort of wind are we talking about? The latter, the foul wind that blows down south. It's the foul wind north of the Bombays, you mean? Oh. I think we'd all admit everything north of the Bombay Hills stinks, doesn't it? G'day Colin, how you doing, my friend? Sometimes I wonder how many people who play on the farm sim games actually work in agriculture. Based on chat, quite a few. Based on the people who sort of join the channel and interact and things like that, there is quite a chunk of people. Oh, deal with some lag there. And quite a chunk who have worked in agriculture and might have retired or moved on, or yeah, it's definitely a fascinating insight. Like I grew up on a farm, and we live on the farm, but sort of have my own business and things we do now, but I certainly have a fascination in the agriculture side of things, and some desire at some stage to be able to reintegrate and get involved more on the farm side of things. It's a case of figuring out how that might work best. Help farm steam and make electricity, does that count? It's a stinky steam you farm too, most of the time, isn't it? Okay. It is a lot of H2S. H2S. Is that hydrogen sulfide? Hydrogen sulfide H2S? When you were younger, you worked on kiwi fruit orchards. Nice one. Hydrogen sulfide. That's what I said, wasn't it? That's funny, it says it's easier to spell H2S. Your first job, Rob, was on farms, so playing farm sim takes you back to those days. Nice. I've always wanted to recreate some of the ways we farmed. I keep on saying I want to get some of Mum and Dad's farming photos, like back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s. Go through all the old family photos and digitize some of the agriculture ones. So it'd been an interesting story to tell. There'd be some interesting things we could discuss and just look at how things were done. They had yeah, just some of the old ways things were done. It's pretty cool. But yeah, one of the things I wanted to recreate was when we used to do conventional hay bales for my grandparents. It was always a day. It'd be 3 or 4 paddocks of these little bales would progressed, and the hay shed sat in the middle of them all. And we'd have a hay sweep which would go on the front of one of the little tractors, which is basically a wide U which would mount on the front, and you could drive around and you could sweep up bales. So you get like a dozen bales in the front of the tractor, and you'd push them up to the farm, up to the hay shed, and leave them there, and then whoever was in the shed would throw them on the elevator, and it would go up into the top of the shed, and you'd stack them. And then if you're on the tractor, you'd go back out and sweep again. It's good fun. I'd love to be able to do that. And then I used to do a lot of small hay bales with a friend's family. I think they did like 10,000 bales a year kind of numbers across 3 or 4 different farms they had. And that was always fun because we had the side mounted elevator on the side of the truck. So you'd go out into the field and then drive along, load them, pick them up, throw them up the top of the truck, stack the truck, and then you'd drive into the shed and unload them. It's always a fun job. Except for the scratchy legs. So you'd figure out ways to do it. I always went down the denim jeans. Denim jeans cut off just below the knees seemed to be the best way to stop it. Take the kid off the farm, but can't get the farm out of the kid. It's a good way to look at it, Colin. It certainly is. Hey Kiwi Gaming, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, that's exactly what we did, Bender, as well. Very cool. But I'd love to recreate some of those mods in Farming Simulator. I've kind of thought about ways you could use the auto load function to be able to have an elevator. Like they have the elevator and it's animated, complete with the bales actually being physical for Farm Sim League. It's like, how can you get that as an asset and convert it into either one that you could then sweep to in the shed and use object storage in the shed to stack them, with the elevator in front that goes up and drops it in. I always thought it'd be kind of cool to do that. I think these big 2.4 meter square bales, that's for sure. Hey Stuart, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Kiwi Gaming, did I see Hawk's Aussie map? I have got a copy of it, Kiwi Gaming, and I'm had a look at it last night. And I'll go and have a little bit more of a play around with it. Yeah, so yeah, I had a look around it last night and hopefully record a video on it over the next couple of days for later in the week. That's the plan anyhow. That is the plan. Stuart, you're good. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Right, not too much left to do. What do we got? Trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 passes, 8 more passes. Oh, I can see actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 after this one. 8 after this one. Yeah, it's an interesting looking map. A little bit of a departure from Ox's previous maps. The first thing I thought about it is it's green. But more so in that I think it's just what the materials he had available and textures and that are in the game versus doing something special at the moment. So yeah, it's cool though. Good sized fields. Definitely a Hawks map though. Definitely a Hawks map. Town up in the corner, farmyard layout, they all feel familiar. Alright. When we finish this, Chris, are we going to take this harvester up and help the others? Plan? Yeah. Alright. 7 to go. Here we go. Let's box on. Get this all finished out. So how do we get up to that field? From here, basically go back out where my car's parked. Oh yeah. And go straight up here, turn left and go along there. Easy. Happy days. Right, only 4 likes away from hitting 50, which is pretty awesome, particularly considering we're only just over halfway through the stream. So if you haven't already, double check you've hit that thumbs up button, be much appreciated. The other exciting thing, if you start thinking about it, we're into April, which is technically Q2. And of course, Q2, we had a few things coming for Farming Simulator. So we've gone through a bit of a busy time in terms of their Giants releases. We must be coming up, fingers crossed, to Precision Farming soon. And then hopefully second of the DLCs. I can't remember which round it was. Is this the Stars one or the Stars Align first, or was it the Plains and Prairies? I think it was Stars Align was the second one, wasn't it? Very cool. Looking forward to those. And surprised to see a whole lot of mods released yesterday. Well, this morning. Sorry, for Saturday. Yeah, woke up. Well, actually, they were popping just as I was going to bed last night. There's mods popping out. That's kind of cool to see. Alright. Snips, parsnips, parsnips. Intriguing to see what tractors people got. So we had Deutz down on Bender's farm. Chris here's got a Fent. See what Fent that is, 7 series, 728. 5 to go. Didn't quite get it. Close. I'll have to go. Done in no time. Lots of trees on the map too. Lots of the same trees actually. Well, thanks everyone who's dropped a thumbs up again. One away. One more to go. Still find it slightly amusing. Most of the British maps seem to have fields. Oh, you've deleted your message, Colin. I'm sure you'll add to that again. We'll look at that in a sec. Tim, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're well. We're doing good. Doing good, thank you. Always enjoy getting on and streaming and catching up with the Farm Sim family. The rest of the family, they're doing good. Mrs. Zags, he's out for a walk. One of the boys is in playing video games as well, doing his thing, and the other is away on having a sleepover with a mate. Hard to believe, but we're already through their first term at school. Their holidays at the end of next week, so they've got one more week of school. That's good. We're all good. Well, there you go, Tate. You've been given a cost to use Chris's harvester. Yeah, it should be a relaxing day. I don't know what we're going to do for the rest of it. Have a partial hour left on it. It's at 2.5 hours, so we'll have a partial hour left on it. Is it leased, is it? Oh, it is leased. Okay. I didn't realise this one was leased, Chris. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So we're not taking this up. Tate will just manage with what he's got. We will go up and have a look and see what they're doing. Otherwise, I think Chris did have some other work for us to do. I don't know if there's anything else anyone had floating around. We'll go up and have a squiz what they've done. Yeah, I don't know what else we're going to do. It should be a nice day today. I might try and maybe mow the lawns. Sure. Do some tasks around the house. Spend some time behind the PC. Watch the Formula 1 later on this afternoon. Alright, 2 to go. Just curious, and Cos was just chatting with a friend about the subject. How often do you have to deal with the pesky snakes? Pesky snakes. None in New Zealand. Never. Australians are full of snakes. Hardly anything kills you in New Zealand. Much safer to come to than Australia. Oh, there we go. 53 likes. Thanks everyone who's left a thumbs up. Much appreciated. Nice to have everyone here. Been a fun stream thus far. Ah, yes you are. The Rocky Horror Picture Show share. Very nice. That'll be good fun. Right, last pass. Ourselves turned around for that. Done. Got it. Here we go. There will be photos. Good. We like photos. Excuse me. Should have muted before that one. We'll keep on running down here. Alright, all done. There we go, Chris. Parsnips finished. Happy days. We'll actually have to have a look and seeing where on the farm we'll be able to have a look and see what he's ended up with, parsnip wise. There we go. Okay. Press that button to fold things up. Not that we really need to because this is a contracted piece of kit and it will go back to the dealer, but we'll go and park it up in this farm anyhow. You remember that when you have to come down to that area of the world. Launch coming this year. Moving into a proposed timeline. Nice one. Oh, good luck, mate. Where are we getting out of here? Wait. I like these silage bunkers too. I think they're kind of cool design, the way that pit's set up. We'll just bring this in and park it here. I know Chris is going to get rid of it. He might wash it for the dealer before he returns it. There we go. Right. Let's go find our car. Sprint back over this way. Have a look. This British map seemed to have an average size of about 20 acres when in reality it's more likely to be just under half that, 10. I guess it depends which part of the... like some areas in Britain do have some pretty big fields. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's always a challenge, right, of having heaps of small fields that getting work done at, or one big field. Right. So let's carry on. Finished 2 tasks for 2 different farmers. We're going to head on up now. See what Tate and the crew are up to. Up the top there. I'd love to see a photo of you in your costume, Share. That'd be hilarious. Ooh, ditch there. Lag. Be a bit more cautious with our steering inputs. There we go. I hear you on that, Tim. But opportunities are what you make of them, right? That guy, bit of a honk. Alright, let's carry on up this way. Oh, 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 oh. Don't read chat while I'm driving, particularly as we're coming up on a stream or a river, creek. That's there. Alright, yeah. You're in Hardington, Mandeville, South Somerset. Nice. No, don't miss any spots down the road. I'll try and follow your advice on those, Tim. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. Take care. Rail crossing here. Oh. Sighted a little sheep. A sheep. Sighted a little calf. On over there now. I think we're just carrying on up through this way. Let's skirt through the town. I think we're still on the right path. Just waiting for things to pop up on our screen which shows some harvesting. Or I've gone the wrong way. We'll find out in just a moment. Oh, there we go. I see some people. Right, where's our field entrance? Oh, probably just there. Oops. We'll just ignore that one. Wild on the driving. Right, let's have a look what's going on here. We could. Oh, there's another entrance. Right. No, please do not. Please do not take. Oh, right. Where are you taking these to? What have we got? 9:30. Ooh. So if we jump on to Tate's farm now. To Tate or to Tot. On that. Should be able to have a look here. What's the one they're doing? Harvesting on field 5 and the farmer's market. It's just down there. So carry on that way, left at 62. Okay. See if we can figure this out. Hopefully I'm not going to break anything, Tate. No, you're right. You keep going. I've just done a whole lot of harvesting. Get our beacons on. So we can get our way down there without too much getting lost. We're down this. Oh. It's narrow. This is the narrowest lane we've been on so far. You're in Shropshire. Share. Nice. Nice. Now this rail crossing doesn't have any barrier. Oh, that is a good thing I checked. I was just about to say this crossing doesn't have any barrier arms, so we better be careful. There goes the train. Here we go. Right. Nice detail in these lanes. Nice detail. I'll do my best here next time. Hopefully FarmCon in 2026. We'll just have to wait and see with that one. Now, are we left at this lane? I think. We're just going to stop and check this one, actually. Yep, left down this one. I think I would have made it across in front of the train, Mrs. Prof, but we'll keep things safe. Certainly would have been a disaster, though. Imagine the parsnips everywhere. Right, this is our destination somewhere up ahead of us. Is this someone's farmyard right here too? I'm assuming this is where I'm meant to be dumping. Ah, this is Anders' yard, right. There we go. Alright, let's go back and see how these guys are going. In fact, I can even see. Okay. Oh, nice. No, I hadn't seen that. Grass destruction, which is nice. I do like it when they have that, although it can be a bit intense. That's the joys, right? You can turn crop destruction off if you don't want to play with it. G'day ham and eggs. Good morning to you. Welcome along. Everything alright? And we're not going to worry about the train. Oh, let's lag at the wrong time. Thank goodness there's no collisions on those fence street signs like there is on the other ones. Here we go. And then there we're going. Oops, gone on that entrance. Oh, I've got the truck running now too. Okay. Here we go. We'll swap tractors. This is only a smaller trailer, and we'll head off and do this. Isn't it funny that that didn't do anything at all? Just double checking I was going to the right spot. Farmers market. Harvesting, farmers market. Okay. Yeah, I was at the right spot. Beacons on. Oh, let's go. Remember to jump with Hanson. Yeah, on their farm, yeah. That's right. I thought I'd done something. There was something else I had to do. Right. Yeah, if you... Yeah, it ends up somewhere else. Yeah. These guys aren't mucking around with their vehicles. We're in a 1050 now. Just start off as go big or go home. Well, this could be... Actually, I don't know what tractor's associated with the contract. I've borrowed the equipment. Not sure which one it is. No train again. Let's see. Gamble on it. It's been a while. Oh, don't check your debt. Okay. You know I'm going to now. Shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, debt can vary, can't it? You can be in a lot, you can be in not much. No, don't. I mean, you're just inviting me by asking me not to. If you hadn't mentioned it, wouldn't have been a problem. But now I understand why you're doing contracts. As long as it's not going to buy more equipment and you're using the money you're making on contracts to pay some of your debt off, that's fine. Right. Of course I'm gonna look. As soon as you guys said don't look, I'm gonna look. What? $2.7 million. Crikey noodle. You've got some work to do, boys. $2.7 million. With all the tariffs that are coming in on equipment, you're going to be even broker. Hey Nato, how you doing? Just started this. It's how do you say that one? Spackow. Playthrough didn't play on 20 blown away. Yeah, I'd tell you what, there's some really good European maps out there which people just, I don't know, for whatever reasons, just overlooked. And yeah, they can be beautiful maps. It's Spacko. You ain't Polish. I'll hold you to that. Nardo said it was this way. If I've offended anyone, it's his fault. That is realism. And it is key. Realism is key. Wish I could come up with a tagline to my videos, which was kind of ironic. And picked up by many people. Yeah. Gotta find some old school farmers who've been around for a long time and seen some big capital gains on land price to find some who aren't in significant debt. Oh, there we go. How full is the truck? Only 43%. Taking them a while to get this done. There's no point rushing off and doing anything. Water is tempting. No, it's not. I'll find out where they had this contract. What field's that on? Let's have a look. Cultivating contract is on 141. Over here. Let's have a look. Oh, how's this though? They're $2.7 million in debt, but I hop into their tractor with the engine running, burning money. Look at that, you can just make out the, oh, we're stuck. The heat haze of dollars just going up and down the exhaust. Look at it, you can see it, it's disappearing. Money, money, money. Alright, let's go. Let's go and do this for them. I didn't drive here, I know I cheated. Cheers, Bear. Good to see you, mate. Good to have you back. Thank you again for carrying on your membership. Water's tempting. No, water's not tempting. Go away, Bo. Chinook, mate. Silent assassin sneaking in there, just quietly watching away and coming through with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. Jeremy, Lego, Tommy Boy, Rowdy, Adam, Rob, Thomas, Bearded One, Tanko, and Green Fingers Farms. That's a whole lot of kind of, dare I say, normal names compared to some of the ones we've called out. Picking up gifted memberships courtesy of Chinook. Thank you, mate. That's awesome. Much appreciated. I'm just trying to figure out why my widgets aren't working. Alert box settings. No, that's an after the stream thing to sort out. We'll leave that for later. You'll do better. Borrow another 300,000, mate, and make it 3 million. What are we rocking here? A little voucher. T-Series. You checked into your received gift settings, you think? Maybe you do, Bo. Maybe you do. There we go. 58 likes so far on the stream. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone. Not too much left to do this field, actually. Chinook is a legend as usual. Yeah, he is, Mrs. Prof. Absolutely. Absolute star. It would be great if you were able to manually gift, as in choose people you wanted to gift to, like you can on Twitch. So, you know, for example, Bo, I could go in and right click or click on the dots next to your name. And, you know, instead of putting you in timeout for 10 seconds like I just did, I could actually give you... I deleted the message. It could... it deleted all your messages for 10 seconds of timeout. Funny. It could actually give you memberships, but I can't. Funny. I'd also like, if I was able to gift memberships, I know on others, when it's on a personal account, you can, but for some reason when you're using a channel profile where it's not actually yourself, you can't actually gift memberships, which is annoying. Strange. There you go, Adam. Welcome along. Happy to have you here, part of the group, part of the team. You're only listening while making silage anyhow. Nice. What time are you off to work? Oh, good, Tate. Happy too. It's a good way to play on these type of servers with the maps where I can't commit to the time needed to be able to just come in here and help everyone else out. And it's good to see different parts of the map and different farm setups and all sorts. If something similar to your in-cab FPS rate drop, whenever I go to the shop and come back out again, I think it's a mod clash but can't find it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. So normally when I go in cab and single player, if it's a tractor or vehicle I haven't been in cab before, it takes 5 seconds to compile the shaders for the in-cab views. But when I do it on a multiplayer server, like it does the same thing, but then doesn't catch up. I don't know whether it's a server setting, whether it's something with multiplayer. I don't know whether there's something I can do with my graphics card to prioritize the game over OBS, for example. I don't know. Don't know what it is. It's frustrating. I definitely agree with you on that. Stretching. Sitting down for too long. Midday. Nice. You're going to be up your way, up in Topol in a couple of weeks. Over Anzac weekend, in fact. Boxing through 75% done. Full game restart, they're frustrating too, right? Oh, you'll be back home that week. No, that's a shame. That's alright, mate. Are you taking the days off between Easter and Anzac? You're not actually in Topol anyhow, though, are you? You're in Rotorua now, aren't you? Yeah. So won't be heading all that way up. Alright. Okay. Yeah, it's just having a look. No one else live at the moment. No one else live streaming. At least not on my subscribers list. There you go, Lego. Nice. Gifted membership from Chinook. What's my favourite tractor band? Nardo. I'm not particularly focused on a particular brand. Hanson, read Tate's messages. He's DM'd Marcos a chart that tells you about yields. Yeah, I like lots of different brands. I started out as a John Deere. John Deere was my brand, and we've always had John Deere tractors. Well, not always. We started off with Ford tractors on the farm, and then when it was time for a higher horsepower tractor, it's gone green. John Deere's the last couple. But at the same time, I'm actually really liking and having had closer experiences with Fendt and Deutz Fahr and not so much Valtra, but I think these guys are doing some really cool stuff with tractors and sort of pushing their brand a whole lot further. So yeah, first choice would be John Deere, but I like mixing it up. I'm enjoying actually Calmston Farms having a variety of tractors using the Massies and a few fence on that. It's nice. And working near Taupo, but you stay near Rotorua, right? Oh well, won't work anyhow if you're not going to be around, but that's all good. Interesting watching Class and Fence start to come to the area. So Fent and Vulture have made huge inroads in the New Zealand market too. I know our market's nowhere near as big. It'll be interesting, dare I talk politically with things like that, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with farmers and that with, you know, the likes of those brands and how they'll be affected by tariffs compared to Case and John Deere, which are manufactured in the States. Also be interesting to see what happens with John Deere with their manufacturing they've taken offshore. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Fent and Vulture would definitely be the tractors I've seen a lot more of around our neck of the woods lately. It's nice, more variety, it's good. Right, what are we, 85% done? Couple of 3 passes left. Watch out for that ditch. There you go. Three passes. Now, is this a tractor you own, or is this the contract borrowed tractor? Vehicles. Vulture. There it is. That's owned. It's owned. And what about the diamond chain? There it is. Owned as well. Okay. Figure that out. The fence. Bent tractors, Bo. Definitely nice seeing more around. Volvo's full. Just looking at what else there is there. $89. That's good. So these 2 passes should get us done and we don't have to go through and do the headlands and tidy them up. Your friends on the South Line using Class? For a few years now. Yeah, it's one of the local silage contractors who uses Class obviously for his chopper. He's got a Class tractor. Pretty much every brand. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright. These 2 passes done and this will be us finished. Next question will be to figure out where they're farmers. Where are we? Which is your farmyard? Okay, is that it? There. U13? Must be 13. I know you've got a list. I'll have a look at the list. Oh, that's the password. I'm taking it as that one, number 13. Hey Levi, how you doing? No, this is German map, which is on ModHub. So not Hoxmap. I do have it. I do have Hoxmap, and we'll be taking a look at that during the week at some stage. Might even, I was going to do a video on it, but which we will do, but I might even try and do a live stream. Live stream from it on Wednesday night maybe, just for a change. This is a 4X map on, available on Mod Hub, but PC only. Here we go, we've got an alert working, finally. I wonder why that one worked. Levi, thanks for subscribing, much appreciated. Massey and Vulture, but because the dealer's just down the road. It's funny, over in Fielding, where a lot of the tractor manufacturers or tractor dealers are, they've got Class Harvest Centre, John Deere, and then Power Farming. I'm trying to remember what brand Power Farming represent now. All on the same corner pretty much, they all back onto each other. And TRC tractors, which is Fendt and Vulture. And Massey, they're a bit further around. That's Power Farming. Power Farming's Deutz. That's what they do. We've just done a 16x map on GDR BFS25. Is that right, Levi? Nice. Minnesota's red or green, and that's about it. Definitely see that when you watch the manufacturers too, or the YouTubers. Midwest would just about be red or green. Be 90% of tractors, wouldn't it? Right, 98%, almost done. $99. Oh. There we go, contract done. We can carry on and finish it. We'll do this pass, we'll be good citizens. And then we'll figure out our way to get down to their yard from here. Left. We'll go left down to 107. Turn left at the shop. Left and left. Easy. Am I from New Zealand, Levi? I am indeed. Yes. Based in Manawatu. Hour and a half or so north of Wellington. Right, here we go. Do I know Fitz? No. No, should I know Fitz? Oh, you're from the Hawke's Bay, Levi. Nice. Just about neighbours then, Levi. Just about neighbours. Right. So what did I say? Right, and then... Hang on. Not yet, am I? A bit further along yet. Next intersection. Past the shop and then right. Nice straight road here. Another cow running round. Where are we? Shop's just up here on our right. There you go. Dealership just there. And turn a bit tighter. Don't mind the mess. So what, you're $2.7 million in debt and messy. I was going to clean the tractor for you, but I don't know if it's... I mean, maybe you don't have a pressure washer because you can't afford it. Who knows? Two strikes, yes. Guilty as charged. On both fronts, right. Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. There's a pressure washer. Hey Rob. Yeah. Congrats on a gifted membership there from Chinook. Been a very generous stream tonight. 10 memberships from Chinook. We had Tate providing 10 memberships. I really should stop giving him a hard time, really, because of that, should I? And goodness, who was it at the start? I'm going to have to go back and look. Where is it? Edsy with 5 gifted memberships. There we go. Oops, too far away. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. That looks nice and clean. Hanson also has about 50,000 a month in finance costs. Has he financed a lot of equipment? There we go. Cheeky. Oops. I'll be doing that. Alright. I'll park this up. Oh, you've got 100,000 a month. No wonder you're doing contracts. Floating triggers there, not ideal. Right. Okay, turn those off. Well, there we go, folks. I think it is just gone 9 AM here. It's a couple of hours we've been going for. We've finished the jobs we were doing. That's the field we harvested for Chris. What's he doing now? He's rock picking. So he's already got that ploughed in the time since we finished, and he's out rock picking already. Nicely done, Chris. Nicely done. If we just scoot up over this way. Look at this map. So much space on it. So big and open. I think we capped at 10 farms. I don't think there's space for anyone else to join at this stage, but there's always space for people to come in and help, because there's plenty of farmers who I'm sure would appreciate having some hand, getting through a few more contracts, just getting more done. So yeah, come in and give us a hand. There we go. These guys are chewing through it. You want running the semi back home to the silo. Is this going in the silo? I can. You want this back at the back at your farm? Oh, this is excess. Silent electric truck. Alright. We'll run this back for them. It's the first time I've used an electric truck in Farmson. It's silly using battery, really, isn't it? Where's my car gone? Someone... Oh, it's parked down there still. Shouldn't leave that there. Sort that out. Oh. I turned too tightly. Right, let's get this back down. Back down and parked up at the yard for them. I'm gonna find my way down there. Charges by the farmhouse. Okay, see what I can find. Really nervous driving a truck this fast through here with the lag. You see me jackknifing and ending up a mess. Oh, particularly with rail tracks. Thank goodness there's no traffic on. All I can say. Nice farmyard in there, isn't it? Farmyard? Yeah, it is. Size one. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous about that. Hanson having a train. Wrong time. Oh, turn. Ah! I knew that would happen. Thank goodness it wasn't ending up on its side. On this one. It's an interesting thing to apologise here. Look away, Bender. Look away. Nothing to see here. At least there was no water. No water. Alright, here we are. Back at the farm. See the charger just there. We should have turned into that first entrance. Got tight with that shit just there. Alright. Park that. Will it just... Alright, we'll just leave that there. Don't know if it's charging or not. Anyhow, there we go. That is us done. Leave that parked there and things are finished off. So, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining in today. It was a lot of fun. Did I see the guy that crashed his JCB into a house? Yeah, it sounded like it might have been... he was avoiding another car though, because they arrested someone for it. It was a pretty impressive crash. Made a mess of the houses. That'd be a worst nightmare thing, for sure. Almost lost the parsnips again. Very close, Mrs. Prof. Very close. Anyhow, thank you everyone for joining today. That's been fun to get 66 likes on the stream. Have concurrently over 40 people in here. It's been awesome, so thank you everyone for hanging out with us today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I would tell you to go and watch someone else, but doesn't seem like anyone else is live, so I can't actually send you anywhere else. I can't go and check out any of our friends. But so we'll just call it there. Thank you everyone. Thank you Chinook. Thank you to Tate, and thank you once again to Edsy for the gift of memberships. Thank you for those who've carried on your memberships. It's very much appreciated. For everyone else who's been here and watching, it's been a pleasure to have your company on this fine Sunday morning in New Zealand, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, wherever you are. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.